Hey you guys, my name is Mara Sullivan and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking all things breakups and heartbreak. I'm going to be talking about healing after a heartbreak, things that have helped me personally to get over a heartbreak, move through a heartbreak, deal with a breakup. I actually don't really like the phrase getting over a breakup because I think that especially when it comes to hard things in life, some things we get over and some things we just have to learn how to deal with. And the number one thing to remember when experiencing a breakup, experiencing loss, experiencing heartbreak is to remember that it is okay if you don't necessarily get over that person. Like, if you have really significant memories with that person, if you really had a strong connection with that person, especially if you guys were together for a very long time, most likely that person or at least those memories are going to be a part of you for a very long time, maybe even for the rest of your life. And so it is okay to, you know, not feel pressured to get over that person or not feel pressured to get over, that loss or that heartbreak. I do believe that heartbreak, breakups, especially like I said, if you guys had a really amazing, strong connection, you were together for a long time, it is a form of grief. Breakups are a form of grief. You're grieving the loss of someone who is still here. And so I think that it is extremely important to be patient with yourself. It is okay to simply have to acknowledge that this is, someone who is now a part of you. Those memories are now a part of you. And to, know that it is okay if you aren't necessarily getting over that person or getting over the relationship. You might just be simply learning how to live with it or just live with those memories, and that is okay. You're going to still think of them. It's okay to still, you know, if you smell someone's perfume or if you smell someone's cologne, it might make you think of that person. If you eat a certain food, it might make you think of that person. Like, it's you're still going to have those memories, and it's okay if, those things are a part of you for a long time. And, it's really hard to completely erase someone from your life who has been a significant part of your life. I do think, the mind is very powerful. And so if you repeatedly tell yourself that, like, that person never existed, or, you genuinely want to erase all of the memories and you never want to think about them again, I do believe that it's possible to get your mind to that place. The mind is the most powerful tool on the planet. And I do believe that we can kind of train our minds to believe anything, especially if we're telling our minds or telling ourselves something for a long period of time. Eventually, I believe our brain, our subconscious is going to believe that. So I do think that is possible to genuinely not think about that person at all ever again. If that is something that you really want to do, I believe you can use your brain, you can use your mind to do that. But if you're someone who, like I said, just knows that they're going to be a part of you for a long time, those memories are going to be a part of you for a long time, remember that you probably learned a lot of lessons in that relationship that you're going to have keep with you for a long time. They say when you know better, you do better. And so there's a reason why the relationship ended. That means that, you likely learned some things about yourself. You likely learned some things about relationships in general. You likely learned some things about how other people work. And, you probably learn some good things and some not so great things. And you can use the lessons that you learned in future relationships. You can use the lessons that you learn moving forward. The first thing to remember is that, like I said, it is okay if you still think about that person, but you have to um, do whatever feels the most comforting and the most therapeutic for you. And for some people, that is going to be like actual traditional therapy. But for some people, therapy is going to look different. I know for me, I don't really like talking a lot about things that I'm going through when really bad things happen. Like, I'll have conversations about it. I'll talk to friends and family or whatever, but I'm not a venter necessarily. And so I feel like when I vent, I feel like for me, sometimes with traditional therapy, it makes me feel worse because I feel like I'm harping on the problem for a long period of time and I don't like doing that. But I do love to journal. I do love to like pour myself into a project. Resting for me is huge, especially like um post breakup. Resting is huge because there's something about a breakup, like I said, it is similar to grief. And when you are going through it, it is exhausting. It can be extremely draining. And even though it's like more mental than physical. It takes a physical toll on the body. That's why like the traditional like stereotypical breakup girl or breakup guy is laying on the couch for days and days and days at a time because it is physically draining. You don't feel like doing anything. You don't feel like getting out of bed. You don't feel like getting off the couch. You don't feel like getting up to do anything. All you want to do is lay down and maybe eat some ice cream or maybe eat like some snacks and just lay there. Like it is extremely draining. It's both mentally and physically exhausting. And so rest is essential. That is like the number one thing for me. And you also really have to figure out what feels the most therapeutic for you. Sometimes, like I said, it's going to be, talking to a professional. Sometimes it is going to be therapy. I am a huge advocate for therapy, but there are other therapeutic, ways to deal with things and other healthy coping mechanisms that you can use to, help to process the emotions that you're feeling. Journaling is a huge one for me. So find what feels the most comforting for you and find, what forms of therapy feel the most aligned with you and with your personality. Like I said, me personally, I'm just not, I don't like talking too much about it. I don't like venting in the, traditional sense of that word. But I do love journaling. Anything that you can do that helps you to get whatever it is you're feeling out, I think that's the most important thing to do. And no matter what way you do that, um, as long as you do that, I feel like that is the most important. The worst thing that you can do is keep everything bottled in, keep all of the emotions bottled in, act like you're okay, act like you're feeling, 100% when you know you are actually being eaten alive from the inside out. That is the worst thing that you can do is like be in denial. The worst thing that you can do is, not do something that is going to help you to get what's going on inside, get it out. For me, journaling is the 100% most therapeutic thing for me. I'm a writer. I love writing everything down. Writing is how I personally process everything. But for you, it might be talking it out. It might be venting. You might need, to be that person who like word dumps, word vomits to everyone. And there is nothing wrong with that. You have to do what feels the most therapeutic, the most comforting for you. I know that sometimes, like I said before, the last thing that you want to do is get up and get moving. But along with getting everything inside of you out in any form, whatever the best way possible is for you, working out, exercise, any form of getting that energy out is going to help you so much. If you are a gym girly, that is going to be your best friend. Cardio is going to be your best friend. Anything where you're getting that heart rate up and getting burning the energy, especially when you're going through extremely hard things. And I know that it's going to feel, even harder most of the time to move your body to do something, super energetic, but a lot of times that is the most helpful thing that you can do. Working out is so much more mental than physical. Of course, we all love looking good. We all love, the physical benefits of exercise, but a lot of times the mental benefit outweighs the physical so much. So if you can, exercise as much as possible. If you want to feel like you need to break something, there are, safe places where you can do that. Those are like they're like these plate breaking places around in some cities or some areas that you can go find. Um, you can find ways to get that like pent up, stored up energy out, especially like if you just want to like straight up fight. You can do that with a punching bag. Go take up boxing. Like go do something that is going to help you to get your energy out in a productive way. It is going to make you feel so much better. You're going to feel like you can take a breath of fresh air after really getting your adrenaline up, and you're going to be doing something for your physical body. When you look good, you feel good. Even post breakup, you want to continue to look your best, and if you need to, there's nothing wrong with a little revenge body, okay? With looking hotter, better than you did ever before. Like use the time now. You likely have extra time now. You likely have more time in your day because you're not, with that other person all the time. So you likely have extra time. You likely have more time. So use that time to your advantage. And if you want to get a revenge body, if you want to get in the best shape of your life, if you want to get as fit as possible, go do that. Just make sure that you're not doing it for the other person. Make sure that you're doing it for you. But when you look good, you genuinely feel good. It does make a difference. Do not be someone who completely like, lets yourself go. Obviously give yourself grace, but if you like know that you do take pride in the way you look. I mean, we're all vain at some point or to some extent, you know what I mean? We all like to look good for the most part. And so if you are someone who knows that you like to keep yourself looking good physically, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look even better than you did before. Make sure that it's for yourself, and it can be, for your next relationship. Please remember that just because you loved someone super hard once and you had a great relationship once, remember that because that happened, that means that it's possible. That means that is possible for you. And that means that it can happen again. Don't, have the limiting belief of you can only have that great love or those great experiences with one person. That's proof that it is possible for you. So that means that it can happen again. Anything in life that happened one time can happen again. And even if it hasn't happened, it's still possible. We, as humans, have a way of using our imagination to make the impossible possible. You're watching this video right now because someone, made technology that, no one has seen before, made the impossible possible. And so make sure that you are keeping in mind that just because you had that great love once, you can have it again. Don't, limit yourself. Don't put your whole life, you know, on hold or down the drain. Don't like cancel out every other person that comes along just because it didn't work out with that one person. Like it is okay to date. And I know that a lot of people say the worst thing that you can do is to try to get back into another relationship after ending one, and I do agree with that. But I also agree with, if the opportunity does present itself, go on a date. It does not have to be anything serious. You can take the pressure off. Make sure that you guys are on the same page, that like, hey, I just wanted to you know get myself out of the house, or you just wanted to be in someone's company. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you communicate that with the person. But it's nothing wrong with, just going on a date after a breakup. You can give yourself however much time you feel like you need. But again, if the opportunity presents itself and the vibes are good and you are attracted to that person, you can go out. Like it is okay to find love again. It is okay to enjoy another person's company. And you're not um, disrespecting that relationship. You're not disrespecting that other person. Y'all aren't together anymore. Like, accept the fact that you guys are not together anymore, and accept the fact that it is okay to move on. And part of that is going to be eventually having to put yourself out there again. And so it is okay to do that. Um, and like I said, when you look good, you feel good. So look as hot as you can, feel as confident as you can, and you're going to be so, so happy that, you put yourself out there. You're going to be so happy that you at least, enjoyed someone else's company, even if it was only for one date. Do not, limit yourself to thinking that one person, having something special with one person means that you can't ever have anything special with anyone else ever again. That is so dramatic, you guys. This is life. Life, for, God willing, is long for most of us, for a lot of people. And so make sure that, you're not, um, wasting your time. Make sure that you're still enjoying your life and that you are doing what you love to do. That is another thing that is super important. Have as much fun as possible. I know that it seems like, you cannot do anything else. I know it seems like the end of the world after a relationship ends, and it seems like all the fun that you had can only, be had with that person, and you guys aren't together anymore. And so it seems like your life is just over, but your life is not over just because a relationship ended. Go do something fun, even if it's something that you enjoy doing with that person that you might have to now do solo. Just go do it, and you can take baby steps. It is okay to take small steps. It's okay to take baby steps. Getting yourself out of the house again, just taking baby steps is so important. But make sure that you are still doing things that you love to do. Retail therapy, don't overdo it. Know your limit. Stop yourself when you need to. But if you know that you like something that you really want to get for yourself, it's okay to do that. If you know that, certain thing, doing something specific makes you happy, go do that. But it is so important to keep having fun and to have even more fun when you are healing. I think that having things that we're still excited about and excited about doing, find new hobbies, whatever you may have stopped doing, even if it's something that you used to do when you were way younger that you really enjoyed that you stopped doing, start doing that again. Whether it's, roller skating or painting or some form of creative outlets, some sport that you used to play that you don't play anymore. If you like sports, go play, find a team, or go like start doing that thing independently. There are so many ways that you can still enjoy your life and have fun. you know, as we get older, I feel like we should be having even more fun than when we were kids. I think that we got that flipped a little bit because as you get older, you learn so much more about yourself. You learn even more about what you like. We're changing all the time. And so just hobbies are so important. Like I said, you have even more time now, most likely. And you want to make sure that you are being productive with your time and that you're not just throwing a pity party for yourself every single day. At some point, babe, you gotta get up. Like, you have to get up. Life does go on, life moves forward. For the love of God, do not reach out to that person. Get off of social media. If you need to delete the apps, please do whatever you do. Do not reach out to that person. If they text you and you know you're not in a good headspace, do not respond, because one thing, 9 times out of 10, someone always reaches out to the other person after a breakup, okay? Don't respond. If you know that it is 100% one and done, if it is completely over, don't respond. Do not reach out. Do not reach out. And please, post breakup, do not go online, especially if it's consuming content of people who you know are in great relationships. It's going to make you feel worse. Delete social media if you have to, or at least mute the accounts of the people you know who are going to make you feel bad. It's going to help you so much. Like, please do not compare yourself to anyone else. Do not compare your relationship to anyone else's, and don't reach out to that person, and don't text back if they text you. If they call you, just no, don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to want to. I don't care how long it takes. At some point the person always comes back, or one person always reaches out to the other. Like, don't just don't even play games with yourself, is the bottom line. Do not play games with yourself, and do not play games with your heart. Like, protect your heart, okay? And part of protecting your heart is knowing when something is over, let it be over. Let the thing die. Like, it is okay. You can move on. They can move on. We're all adults. Or if you're watching this and you're not an adult yet, if you're a teenager going through a breakup, my heart is with you, babe. Like, it's okay. I actually know some of the greatest couples who met in high school. Like, I do believe you can experience really strong, deep love as a teenager. That is very possible. Um, but be mature about the situation. And the whole social media thing, like I said, if you need to delete the apps, delete the apps. If you need to put people on mute, put people on mute. Do not put yourself in situations where that are going to make you feel bad. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Like, just do not do that to yourself. Have as much fun as possible. Remember to make yourself happy as you possibly can. And also remember that it is no one else's responsibility to make you happy. If you were in more of like a dependent relationship, all relationships to an extent are dependent, but this is an opportunity now for you to show up for yourself in a way that maybe you haven't before. So if have never taken yourself on a date, do that. Start doing things solo that you haven't done before. Start doing things more independently than you have done before. And please remember, it is no one else's responsibility to make you happy. It is your responsibility to make yourself happy first. Everything everyone else does for you is secondary, but it should be in addition to what you are already doing for yourself. So make sure that you are doing everything in your power, everything possible to make yourself happy. Also, make sure that you're focusing on building a life that you genuinely love and that you want to live. So do not put your life on hold waiting for a significant other. Start building a life that you love now, and eventually you're going to meet that person and you guys are going to have two great lives that can come together. But please focus on building a life that you genuinely love for yourself. If you have your own place, you have the freedom to make that space look however you want to. So use it to your advantage. Fill your life and fill your time with as many things as possible that fulfill you and that genuinely make you happy, that genuinely bring you peace, that, light you up, that get you excited, that fill you with joy and comfort. Make sure that you are surrounding yourself with all of the people, the places, the things that bring you the most joy, that bring you the most happiness, comfort, and fulfillment. If you do not have any creative outlets, if you don't have any hobbies, if you don't have any like extra projects that you're working on that make you feel really good, now is the time to throw yourself into something brand new or into something that you've always wanted to do, whatever the hobby might be, whatever the creative outlet might be. If doing content creation is something you've always wanted to do, start it. If doing a book or a blog, or if you have an instrument that you love to play that maybe you haven't played in a long time, if you like to sing, if you like to do, like I said before, play a sport, anything that you genuinely love to do that you haven't been doing, find a way to start doing that again. You have to fill your space and fill your time, like I said, with things that really light you up. And if you're working on a new project, it's going to give yourself um, things that occupy your time, that are productive, that are healthy, and is going to lead to some kind of goal most likely. And so you're going to feel a sense of fulfillment. You're going to feel even more of a sense of purpose. You can go volunteer somewhere. You can even get like an extra job if you want to, fill your time with, something else that, with another job that you might want to like explore doing. If you have the time to do that, go do it. You can meet new people. You can make extra money. So, you can create a larger savings account. You can do more retail therapy. Like you'll have some extra cash most likely. It doesn't have to be like anything crazy, but you can get a seasonal job that's only for a few months, just to, like I said, just to take your mind off of, your situation, and you can fill your time with something productive and something that can help you in the long run. Build your resume, meet new people, earn extra money. You can't go wrong with any of those. So make sure that you are doing things that really make you happy. And, like I said before, you can find places to volunteer, just anything that you really love and that you can pour your heart, pour yourself into to, fill that void, so to speak, and to take up your time in a productive way and in a way that's going to make you happy is going to, be good for you. Make sure that you are doing things for yourself that you want a partner to do for you. And this should be at all times. Even if you are in a relationship, you should still be doing things for yourself that you want that other person to do for you. It's going to, like I said, just put that responsibility of happiness on yourself. And you're going to be so much more fulfilled when you know that you can make yourself happy. And when you're filling your life and your space and your time with things that you really love, and when you're doing it for yourself, you're gonna know that you really don't need another person. They just, make your life better. They should be making your just adding to your life, but you shouldn't need them to the point of not being able to function without another person. Use this time to get more independent, to realize that you actually can make yourself happy. And it's just going to give you a better quality of life overall, because you're going to know that you can do things for yourself and do things on your own. And it's just going to make you a stronger person, a more fulfilled person, a more well-rounded person, and you're going to be even more attractive for, the person who comes into your life next, because they're going to be like, wow, they, are so fun, and they really love themselves, and they really love their life. And, you're just going to be more secure in who you are, which is always going to be attractive to other people, not just to a new potential spouse or a new potential partner. But being more independent is going to create more confidence in yourself. Confidence is built by keeping the promises that you make to yourself. That is like the most famous Ed Milet quote on the planet, but it is so true. So make sure that you are not afraid to do things on your own. Make sure you're not isolating too much. I know that, like I said, the last thing you want to do most of the time is leave your house and be around other people, but you really do need to make sure you're getting out of the house, make sure you're not shutting people out, because the people in your life who really care about you are your support system. You don't have to talk about things with them that you don't want to talk about. You don't have to vent to them, but just being around other people is going to help you, because it's going to remind you that life is still moving on. You still have people in your life who you love and who make you happy. So make sure that you're not shutting those people out, and that you're still spending time with people. Even if you don't have like set dates for, friends or family that you can just hang out with, on a whim or all the time, just getting out of the house, like I said, and going to places where you are around other people is going to make a big difference, because you're going to get the energy of other people, and it's just going to help you to, you know, remember that life goes on. You're going to see people from all different walks of life when you go to the coffee shop, when you go to the movies, when you go to the cafe by yourself. You're just going, or when you go to the mall, you can go to the store, you're just going to see that life is still going on. And so just make sure that you are not isolating yourself to the point of shutting the world completely out. That's going to be super bad for your health in the long run. So just please make sure that you are still, talking to the people you love, hanging out with your friends and family, still leaving the house and going places, by yourself, where you're around other people, and that you're just not shutting out the world, and, being in complete hermit mode while you are healing and, grieving that person. Make sure that you are giving yourself grace, make sure that you're patient with yourself, and do whatever feels the most comforting to you. Have as much fun as you can. I know that that sounds super crazy when you are, heartbroken and when you're super sad, but I promise you, doing little things that, are really fun to you, whatever that looks like for you. And if you don't know what's fun for you, that is a whole nother thing, and go watch my other videos on how to have more fun. But make sure that you are doing what, things that you're excited about doing, so that, you'll at least get some energy back into your life, so that you'll at least get some spark, some fun, some wonder, some magic back into your life. And you'll remember that that person, isn't your entire world. You still have so many things about your life that you want to be able to look forward to. There's still so much more to life than a partner. There's so much more to life than, falling in love. Even though love, we all know, is amazing, you can fall in love with yourself. You can fall in love with so many other things about life. So make sure that you are chasing, not chasing, but make sure you are going after the things that you really, really love and genuinely, enjoy doing, just as much as you enjoy being in a relationship. There's so many other things to love. So find the things that you genuinely love, that bring you the most joy, that bring you the most peace, the most fulfillment, and do those things and implement those things into your life as much as possible. That is it for this video, you guys. If you have any breakup tips, any, healing your heart tips, please leave those down below. If you got any takeaways from this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what your favorite, breakup remedy is, from this video, or any that you have for your life that I did not mention in this video. I did not mention this before, but fiction books also really, really help me. I love reading fiction books because they will get you out of your own world and help you to, get into someone else's world. In whatever like genre of book that you love, I definitely recommend fiction books. And ironically, I still love to read romance novels, even if I'm going through a breakup, because the romance novels that I enjoy reading are also, fiction books are so much fun to read, especially if you're a reader and you want to get out of your own head, get out of your own world, take a break from your own reality. I highly recommend reading fiction. Ironically, I still love to read romance novels, even if I'm going through a breakup. Romance novels for me are the best, and I don't like mushy romance novels. I like romance novels that are like more thrilling, have some danger, or more like realistic. And right now I'm reading Kennedy Ryan. I love all of her books. I'm like on a Kennedy Ryan binge right now. I love her so much. And she writes incredible novels. And whereas like the focus isn't just romance, it's like life novels as well. And so, if you like mystery, if you like thriller, if you like sci-fi, whatever, genre of book that you like to read, or that you think would be fun for you to get into or get back into, if you stopped reading for a long time but had books that you like to read as a kid or something like that, you can get back into reading. Like I said, it's going to take you out of your own head, it's going to take you out of your own world, and it's going to help you so much, to, just like I said, remember that there's still more to life than that person. And like, go get a book, go read, get yourself Kindle Unlimited if you have, that app on your phone or on your iPad or something, or if you have a Kindle, then there you go. But books are a huge help for me, but fiction books specifically, because I love being able to get into someone else's world, into someone else's head. Um, Listen to the music that is going to bring you the most peace, the most comfort, the most fun, the most joy. You can listen to some, breakup type music. You can listen to some music that's going to make you feel good about yourself. Throw on Sabrina Carpenter, throw on Taylor Swift, throw on Miley Cyrus. Those are like the top three, like, fun energy, like breakup girlies to me. I feel like they all have songs, they all have really good music that's going to be upbeat for you, that's going to help you to get out of your own head. Even like Janae Aiko, I really love. Her music is like, you know, so diverse. I love Janae's music. It's like a little something for everyone in all of their music. Janae Aiko, I love. Those are like some of my favorites, especially if, I'm more sad, especially if I'm going through a breakup, especially if I like want to still like feel sexy and be reminded that like I'm still, a great person. And just from listen to and consume any content that's going to make you feel good about yourself and not feel worse. So make sure that you're being extra mindful of, like I said, the social media, the music you're listening to, the TV shows you're watching, the movies that you're watching. Make sure that all of those things are things that make you feel so happy and that make you feel really good and feel really good about yourself. do things, anything that's going to boost your confidence is also really, really going to help. So, if getting your nails done is going to help, doing your hair, getting yourself a certain outfit, or just getting dressed up and taking yourself out, doing something for yourself that's really going to make you feel good and boost your confidence, you know what that looks like for you. Doing a whole beat, glam for makeup, whatever makes you feel the most confident, do that for yourself on a daily basis, and it's going to help you feel better. If you guys got any takeaways from this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below in the comments what helps you to heal from a breakup and what helps you to move on or to live with heartbreak. And if you have not checked out any of my other videos, go do that and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Like I said, please leave some breakup tips, breakup help, anything that's helped you down below. Any books. There is a book called Breakup Boot Camp or Boot Camp Breakup. I think it's Breakup Boot Camp. I'll leave that on the screen below. There are a few books that I really love, that are like breakup specific and confidence specific. I will leave on the screen. Buy Yourself the Damn Flowers is a good one, and Think Like a Man is a really good book. Um, both of those are actually like really, if you need a gift for yourself for Valentine's Day, those are actually incredible books. But yeah, I hope that you guys got some takeaways from this video. Like I said, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me, and make sure you have your notifications turned on so that you do not miss any videos from me. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.